Hey up everyone, welcome back to this video. This is going to be combining two wars in one, because the first war only had 3 fights and I didn't really think that posting like a 3-minute video would be a good idea. So yeah, let's just get started on this. So first up we have Sassy on path 9. This first war is against Chaos. But yeah, so splitting path 9 and path 8 in this war. So just total of 3 wars. But yeah, so it was just a case of trying to figure out what was going to be the best strategy here. Did completely forget about the Incinerate to start with. So yeah, just slow playing it. If I remember off the top of my head, there's a few instances where this fight goes a bit wrong. Like here, I really should have probably thrown an SB1 to get him to throw his SB2. Sorry, his SB1. Sorry if you can just hear some background noise. That's my dog coming into my room. But yeah, so here just trying to now wait out the Incinerate phase, and now just trying to get the heal block on and everything. And yeah, so at this point, I kind of decided to play it a bit like the fight on path 9 that I had in one of the previous wars, just keeping in the corner, because it was just going to be much easier than trying to get him into his corner. It does get a bit scary. There were several moments where I did think I was going to die this war. Well, not this war, but this fight in particular. But yeah, so just slow going at the minute, just trying to bait out his special 2, and yeah, just trying to get a good number of power stings on so that when he does throw his specials, he's going to be taking a lot of damage, because obviously from the node he requires less power for his specials, and then once he enters Wrath, he is going to just basically be able to spam specials all the time. Bit of a mess up here. I was panicking a little bit. Accidentally got to the SB3. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't an accident. I remember now. I was deliberately trying to get to the SB3 to get the Fury up. Eating the hits was definitely a tactical move to gain power. There was no other reason behind it. So yeah, you can see here now, because he's just constantly throwing specials, he's just taking lots of damage from those power stings. Would be nice to have a few more on, but you know, not the end of the world. So yeah, just making our way through this, and yeah, just speed it up a little bit, because it's pretty much all the same. So yeah, you can just see, just applying more power stings and everything, and we do close out the fight around about here. So yeah, he just throws a special and dies. So then we've got this Storm Pyramid X on path 7, using rank 3 Red Skull. First time actually really using him on offense, because he's been stuck on defense. But yeah, I massively overthought how this fight was going to go. I was asking a few friends how to do it, and yeah, it was so much simpler than I thought it was going to be. There was never really a second of worry, but yeah. First time really getting to use Red Skull on offense since his buff. Pulled him from a Titan shortly after his buff, and just he immediately went to rank 3. I think it might have been after 8.4 or something. But yeah, used him in quests and stuff, but not in war just yet, because he was stuck on defense, because obviously he's a big pain on defense. So yeah, just building up to the SB3, and just then gonna drain all of her power. But yeah, I do think Red Skull definitely got one of the best buffs we've had in MCOC history. Went from just nothing to a defensive powerhouse, and quite frankly an underrated attacking option. But yeah, didn't go for the SB2 because Storm Pyramid X is like immune to shock or something. So yeah, here gained a little bit of too much power, because the heal block fell off. Just unfortunate timing, but yeah, because then I just turtled up and Red Skull drained her power. So then we've got this Wong on the Hazard Shift Mini on the left. So essentially just like the first section of Path 9. Had a wags for myself. But yeah, just kind of again slow playing. Here I was trying to figure out, do I want to push him to his corner? What do I want to do? But I decided eventually I was just going to try get him to his corner. Here I stop there so that I can get some power stings on, to get the heal block on before he gets the power gain from the tactic. But yeah, now he's in his corner. This fight should go a lot more smoothly. Taking a couple of incinerates just because I just needed to keep playing a bit more aggressive, trying to keep him in the corner. Here, just trying to bait out special. Unfortunately, all the power stings fell off, and he does gain some power here, but we do have the heal block on. Here, getting stupidly close with the fuel. I remember that's what it's called. But yeah, now just waiting, and I do think I accidentally take a burst. Or do I knock him? Yeah, no, I do take a burst of damage there from Wong's ability when he's over 90 charges. That was just misplay on my part. But yeah, at this point I wasn't as scared as some of the previous matchups because Cassie is an absolute tank, and we're about equal on health. Whereas in like the Sasquatch match, for example, he had significantly more when I was a lot lower. But yeah, so just keeping him in the corner as best to my ability, just baiting out the specials. So yeah, this war definitely wasn't the cleanest one I've had, but you know, at the end of the day, didn't die, and that is the main goal. So yeah, just trying to wait out here the incinerates and just trying to find a good opening. But yeah, and then that's gonna pretty much do it for this war after this next special that he throws. So now we've got today, well, the ongoing war. Literally just took these fights like half an hour ago. So we're doing Path 8 and then Path 3. So we've brought in Sim because we've got another Serpent later on. So yeah, we've got Sim, Mordo again for the Sindri, and Cassie. I did finish up this week's Summer of Suffering and what's it called, Act 9.1. So I had a bit of dust floating around, so I did Descend Cassie. I'm going to put out a little video on 9.1 later. There's a couple of thoughts I want to share. I'm also going to share them with CCP members that I do know, just because I have a little bit of feedback. I don't think it was atrocious. We've definitely had worse, but I do think it's definitely my least favourite that we've had in a while, and I'll go over why in the next video, which should be up hopefully later today. But yeah, so I got power backs on and everything, and Maestro just goes down really quick and easy, nothing to worry about there. Next up we've got Mordo with the newly ascended Cassie. Do make a couple of slip-ups in this one, but yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Yeah, just immediately throwing the special, just making sure not to push him over 10 charges just yet. And now just baiting, putting a heavy on to get those power stings so we get the heal block. And then yeah, a little bit of space and error there, but didn't matter too much. So yeah, Mordo, when he's about to get his personal power gain, as we'll see in a minute here, he does tend to turtle up, and he does have like a higher chance to resist it, I think. Or they might just be running high stand your ground there. I don't really know what happened, just missed it, and then yeah, went in because trying to recover it, but yeah. But luckily, we can still pretty reliably charge heavy whilst he's holding block, whilst he's got that power gain, because he does play a lot more defensively. But just making sure he doesn't get to his SB3, just baiting out the SB1s and 2s. So here you can see like he's just holding his block down, but yeah, we get through and about to wrap this one up as well. So then next up we have Path 3. So we've got Surfer on here. Just need to... The only major worry in this fight is if Surfer gets an armor up buff, because this is the one where it's chitinous, whatever you want to call it, chitinous thorns. So if he has an armor up, every time I hit him, he's going to place a bleed per armor up. And yeah, so just really want to avoid that, but ultimately that doesn't even end up being an issue, because Sim has pretty reliable either nullify or stagger, because having the Sig 200 definitely does help. I don't think Sim needs it. I think if you have the option to R5 a Sig 200 or R3 the 7-star, I would still R3 the 7-star, just because the extra stats will do so much more for you. But yeah, as you can see, like, he's not even gaining. He needs his cosmic power buff to get his personal buffs. But yeah, as you can see, we've just kept it under control the entire fight. So yeah, Sim just absolutely walked through Surfer here, and that's going to be the last clean Surfer fight, not Surfer, Sim fight of this war. But yeah, so now we've got Rintrah with Cassie. Nothing too much to worry about here because she is obviously buff immune, so Rintrah won't be gaining lots of power because he gains power every time a buff gets neutralized. But if you're buff immune, no buffs. So yeah, similar sort of play here, just pushing him back a bit, just making sure not to push him over 10 charges, just to give a little bit of leeway, and just keeping the heal block on. And yeah, just can either just dash in there just to close down the gap, just to make sure that the heavy after the heavy through the SB2 will connect. So yeah, you'll see me do that a few times. I'll dash back, then dash in, because you've got enough of a window, because the time between Rintrah's first and second hit of his special is quite a big window. But you can also, as you can see here, miss the SB1. You just got to be careful. You just got to manage your fuel charges a bit carefully. If you're a bit lower, as you can see here, you can just dex it. But if you're a bit lower on fuel, just dex the first couple of hits, and then heavy through the final throw. Yeah, just there I wasn't really paying attention to his charge. I don't really know why I went for a heavy here. Bit of a dumb play, but yeah. Didn't cost me, so yeah, got lucky there. But yeah, just didn't manage his charges, so he went unstoppable. But as you can see, it's not even going to be an issue. So yeah. So final fight of this war. This just didn't go well. I didn't die, but I could have played it a lot better. So this is the one-eyed open. So here I was trying to get off a heavy, but I just got the spacing completely wrong. And after that point, I was like, right, I'm not even gonna try that again. So yeah, I definitely could have managed this fight a lot better. After this video, I'll probably go back, watch it a couple more times just to see where I could have possibly done a bit better. I think definitely utilizing the relic more would have been helpful. Just at the time, I was concerned about managing his power gain. So yeah, you can see because of the protection, we barely gained any power from that, despite having the power back still on. Excuse me, sorry. So yeah, just because obviously the ideal rotation is SB3 into SB2. Accidentally parried there, so took the bleed damage from one eye open, but thankfully Serpent has reduced the bleed duration, so I didn't take too much damage from it. So here I possibly could have comboed into Relic and then knock him down before throwing this, but you know, hindsight's 2020. Just was more so concerned about managing his power. But yeah, as you can see, we're gonna kind of struggle to get into a good rotation here. It does end up being a 4-minute long fight. So I'll just quickly kind of skip through it. Is there no? Okay. Just kind of skip through it, taking a lot of damage and not really doing a lot of damage. So about here, I managed to actually get off. Hang on, we'll just go back a little bit more. Had some armor breaks on. I threw the SB2 because I knew that the spells were about to end, so I would gain a lot of power. And having those 3 armor breaks on really helped the rotation, because now you can see we're doing a lot more damage, so we're going to get a lot more from the power backs. So this is kind of what I was aiming for. Still not quite enough power, but you know, good enough. Here I really should have. I mean, it does work, but yeah, not being able to parry does make it a little bit harder, because you have to then play around with the AI and hope that they play into you. But yeah, again, had some armor breaks on, so this special 3 is going to deal a bit more damage. The good thing, well, a positive and negative is because we keep keeping his buffs so controlled with Sim, there's not really much to nullify to get a bit of extra power from the SB3. But yeah, this just goes on for another minute or so, so we'll just kind of scroll through very quickly. But yeah, so this special just knocks him down to the 1%, but he's pretty low power, so I wasn't too worried about it. Just need to bait out a heavy and then just kind of slow play it into Relic, and there you go. So that's this war all done. So yeah, thank you for sticking through it. I hope you've enjoyed the double episode, and yeah, see you later. Cheers.